Good evening and welcome to another episode of On the Campaign with me, Gladys Asugwana. It's been a week and candidates have been pounding the pavements and filling stadiums, all in a bid to sway the hearts of voters. So tonight we track where the race stands as the trio enters week 2. Welcome back. After just over a week of campaign fever, candidates are stepping up their strategies to tighten their political base and win over voters. Atekiseto Caxton, who stepped down to back Bello Buba Maigari, is now calling on Issa Chiroma Bakari to join the coalition. For more of the gist concerning candidates' campaign activities, here is Muye Kimaka.
After withdrawing from the presidential race to support candidate Bello Buba Maigari, Atekiseto Caxton has urged FSNC's Issa Chiroma Bakari to join the coalition. On Facebook, the PAL's candidate reposted the call from party leader Celestin Bedigi. Candidate Chiroma has yet to respond, but he is currently touring the littoral and southwest regions where residents braved the rain to welcome him. Issa Chiroma Bakari has drawn large crowds, unveiling his 6-point transition plan for a prosperous country. In the northern part of the country, Bello Buba Maigari of the National Union for Democracy and Progress is concluding a thorough visit of the far north region, presenting plans for the well-being of populations alongside his allies. As Cameroonian teachers join their peers to celebrate World Teachers' Day, Cabral Libi, in his daily campaign letter on Facebook, commends their efforts in transmitting knowledge. However, he also highlights the challenges they face due to poor working conditions. Libi pledges to increase teachers' salaries and revise their status to ensure a smoother advancement in their careers if elected. Still in the northern part of the country, Social Democratic Front candidate Joshua Osi has presented his ballot paper to rally attendees in Marwa, urging them to choose change by voting pink. MCNC's Jacques Bouga Agbe concludes his stay in the West region, making stops in Batie, Baham and other localities before heading to the Adamawa region, where he is due to stop in Bay and Gaoundere to engage with local populations. Meanwhile, Samuel Iram Iyodi is covering the southwest and littoral regions, stopping in Tiko, Boya and Douala. He visited the Tiko market and hospital to engage with residents. Espoir Matomba received a grand welcome in the East region, where he reiterated the message of unity, sovereignty and freedom, qualities he believed will propel him to victory. Finally, CPDM Central Committee Secretary General Jean Kwete presided over a meeting this October 5 in Bamenda in the Northwest region, just 1 week ahead of the presidential election. The aim is to mobilize and strengthen the determination of party members for a massive vote on October 12 in favor of candidate Paul Biya.
And with exactly 1 week to go before the October 12 polls, the digital space is buzzing with political energy. From coalition calls to public apologies and even rain-soaked rallies that have gone viral, each contender is leaving a digital footprint. Brunhilda Ianasari captures the highlights of the online campaign trends that our contenders are engaging in.
In Bengui, Akere Muna and Atekiseto Caxton urged residents to vote out the current government, backing Bello Buba Maigari in a show of coalition unity. Still in the northwest, Issa Chiroma Bakari apologized in Bamenda for several wrong deeds during his days as minister. His campaign now moves to Boya to rally citizens to join his transform. Further in the north, SDF candidate Joshua Osi met crowds in Mora with a message of change, reconciliation and peace, promising reforms to improve citizens' lives from October 13. In Douala, Patricia Tumainu Damjoya held her Jiga meeting at Aqua Town Hall, drawing a large crowd as she presented her key political priorities. Braving heavy rains, Samuel Hiram Iyodi campaigned on the streets, showing determination to reach voters. Fans of Cabral Libi have gone creative online, composing a campaign song urging citizens to vote for him as the candidate of change. Back with the ruling CPDM party, residents of Tuisong commune pledged full support for incumbent President Paul Biya. CPDM teams are canvassing neighborhoods in the southwest, while in the northwest, Minister Paul Atanganji wrapped up his security tour with a CPDM campaign offering aid to vulnerable communities.
Now, posters are up, slogans are out, and while the campaign fever is being felt from north to south, some Cameroonians still feel that the spark of past elections seem to be missing. Patricia Petatwa took to the streets of Yaoundé to gauge public sentiment about the first week of the presidential campaign.
Les affiches, pour moi, déjà même, elles sont rares.
Honestly, Cameroon feels tired. You don't feel anything after a whole week of campaigning. It's just quiet everywhere. Sure, the posters are out, placed in strategic corners, but that's about it. Compared to previous years, there used to be real energy, excitement in the air. This time, it's way too calm.
Se dit, bon, on sait déjà ce qui va arriver demain.
My impression is that you only really feel the presence of a few parties, especially the ones close to the ruling power. As for the others, I couldn't even tell you who they are. You see the posters, yes, but mainly those of President Paul Biya. The rest seem completely silent. Honestly, it makes me laugh. Other candidates are way too quiet. This is the moment they should be out there fighting, trying to convince people like us who are still undecided, really putting in the effort. Otherwise, it feels like they've already given up.
Now, as the campaign enters week 2, candidates will be doing everything possible from promises to gain the love of voters who have 6 days to make a decision before polling day. And the ruling CPDM party talks of continuity and stability, while SDF pledges to hand power back to the people. At the same time, Cameroon insists his coalition with Bello Buba Maigari remains focused on national development and not politics as usual. So Sally Sonatafaha compiles the most striking declarations made by candidates in the first week.
I'm not a militant of Univer. So what Univer does concerns Univer. I don't have time for distractions. We have a serious thing in front of us.
We'll all be contributing towards, reinforcing the presence of candidate Bello.
I am a candidate coming in to change the system, whereas 11 other candidates are vying for the position of the king.
For us, it is a game. We have to be respectful. We don't want personal attack, and everyone has to prove to be the best.
I defend the political project based on the promotion of African culture and heritage, and in this sense I think it's a priority to go and meet with them, to ask for their blessings and their support. I believe in the power of spirit. I believe in the power of my ancestors.
The message I'm sending tonight, this evening, is a message of hope to all Cameroonians. Those here in Cité, those in Douala, and those in Cameroon in general. It's a message of hope. I want to tell them through this first meeting that we can still change our country.
The priority of the priorities is to achieve peace in these two regions. We have to dialogue, we have to discuss. So instead of boycotting, let us gather, let us organize ourselves to control our votes.
More than 20% of our resources in terms of revenue today have completely disappeared because of this war. My commitment is to take all necessary measures to bring to an end this war.
In 2025, we have taken another commitment that President Paul Biya, you are mandate in a to the most country. No.
Now Now you've listened to the candidates themselves, but what does the law say about the language that they have to have during the campaign season? Experts say leaving personal profiles aside and promoting collective progress should drive campaign messages in these crucial final days. According to Professor Gérard-Marie Messina, a semiopolitics expert, an appeal to collective interest strengthens national unity and gives every citizen a sense of belonging. He explains in this excerpt made available for us by Khaled Esso.
Pour ces derniers jours de campagne électorale, les candidats doivent davantage se concentrer sur le pays, sur le Cameroun, et qui est une grosse machine difficile à manœuvrer, et non sur eux-mêmes ou alors leur CV politique. Il serait plus intéressant pour eux de tenir le langage de la préservation de l'identité nationale et de l'intérêt général. C'est-à-dire que le Cameroun doit passer avant les Camerounais et non le contraire. Ils doivent proposer aux électeurs une offre de collectivisme très poussée au détriment de l'individualisme, jusque-là assez vivace. Car dans une société collectiviste, les décisions profitent idéalement à tous. C'est dans ces conditions que le sentiment d'appartenance à la nation se manifeste, ce qui permet justement aux citoyens de se sentir en sécurité et de savoir qu'ils font partie d'une manière ou d'une autre de la prise des décisions.
7 days, 7 years, and for many, 7 renewed votes of confidence in the sitting president. Our figure of the day is 7, symbolizing completeness and renewal. In some African traditions, it represents balance, but in the current Cameroonian context, it also evokes continuity and trust in leadership. Paul Onelanjana tells us more about the number 7.
Once upon a time in Zulu culture, there existed 7 judges with 7 powers. The Zulus are one of the preeminent ethnic groups in South Africa. In Africa, the number 7 holds profound spiritual significance. It represents a sacred cycle, a state of wholeness achieved through the union of masculine and feminine principles. It is the sum of 3 and 4, 2 forces, whose combination symbolizes completeness and perfection. Its meaning extends beyond numerology, reflecting universal patterns of divine order linked to the length of a year and the cycles of the universe. When encountered repeatedly, the number 7 can be seen as a sign from the ancestors, urging one to embrace a higher path or step into their spiritual purpose. You get it right. Yes, 7, as in the 7-year term of incumbent President Paul Biya. 7, as in 7 days into the presidential election campaign, where 12 candidates are fully engaged in wooing voters. Over the past 7 days, from north to south, east to west, the presidential hopefuls have been delivering vibrant messages, each with a unique ambition and action plan. In these 7 days, we've witnessed 2 coalitions emerge, seen candidates engage in cultural activities and commune with people across the nation. 7 days into the campaign trail, thousands of Cameroonians are crowding local election branches to collect their voters' cards, ready to exercise their civic duty. One thing is certain, the ballots will speak loud on the D-Day.
Today, October 5, spotlights nation builders, and as candidates preach unity and vision, teachers are living it every day by molding the minds of tomorrow's voters. Their work, both silent and selfless, is a powerful act of patriotism. For this edition of 60 Seconds of Patriotism, Season 5 captures how these nation builders demonstrate love for unity right from the classroom.
A lot of songs. I take them out to see things that they have not been seeing at home. When the class is too noisy and I see that everybody is crying, I make sure I gather their toys to drag their attention.
Certains enfants qui ont leurs humeurs, certains font des caprices, mais ça passe. Ce que nous faisons d'habitude, c'est qu'on les prend comme nos propres enfants, on les cajole, on les châtie quand il le faut. Bon, on les dorlote quand il le faut aussi, pour qu'ils puissent suivre les enseignements.
That will carry them throughout the academic year. They are well trained to manage them. And we also have some games that will give them a while so that they can play as if they are at home. And then we bring them back to their classroom setting with some nice songs, rhymes, and then why not our pedagogic activities?
We talk about inclusive education, where we bring every student on board, and then we try to put in the digital aspect of learning, distant education.
We come from different backgrounds, different culture, different mentality, and the nature made it such a way that we gather in an arena of sapiencia, live as a family. We try to put aside our differences. We try to celebrate the uniqueness of one another. We teach the students that, to make them understand that the beauty and wealth of Cameroon relies in their cultural diversity.
Now, if you're wondering where to meet your favorite candidate for a rally tomorrow, presidential candidate Jacques Bouga Hagbe, rule of the MCNC party, will hold a campaign rally in Garua, and so will Serge Espoir Matumba, who is taking his message to the North region. The SDF team will continue in the Adamawa region, meeting supporters in Ngong, Lagdo, Mbe, and Gaundere. Meanwhile, CPDM divisional and subdivisional committees remain active nationwide, reinforcing the ruling party's message of unity and progress. And that's how we saw today's ride on the campaign trail. A week gone and a week more to go as candidates shift from promises to persuasion ahead of October 12th. Same time, we'll be here tomorrow for more of the campaign curiosities, but in the company of Rose Olinga. I am Gladys Asu, wishing you a lovely night.